It's 5:30. I'll call the meeting to order. We'll pause for a moment of silent reflection. Okay. Brian, you want to lead us with the pledge?
Sure. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks. Roll call, Willie?
Okay, Steve Denny.
Here.
Shane Davis here. Jerry Burmeister.
Here.
Vacated. She's not here. Jen Roberts not here. She's not on this list. Marissa Skaggs.
Here. Okay, we have a quorum. We're gonna start with old business. We have two annexations tonight. The first one being ordinance 2338, annexation of Fall Creek Drive by the town of Pendleton. And we think we've determined that we've had this land for approximately 20 years, the better part of 20 years. That it was given to us by the state, but it has never been annexed into the town. So currently the town owns property outside of its jurisdiction, and so that is what this property references. So we will also be hearing this again on December the 14th, correct?
No, ma'am.
Nope. Oh, this is the
This
final.
is the final reading. It was
Awesome.
introduced at your regular November meeting.
Okay,
There is a fiscal plan for your review that would need to be passed first.
okay,
That is resolution 2315. And it just, if the property is not going to cost the town services. The state statute requires a fiscal plan to be adopted prior to annexation. That they're thinking of a large annexation with a lot of assessed value. This one in particular is rather small and been treated as a part of the town for many years. And so it's not, your fiscal plan that you could adopt tonight reflects that lack of cost to the town.
excellent. Any questions regarding resolution 2315, the fiscal plan for the annexation of Fall Creek Drive? Okay, if there aren't any questions, any comments from the public on that, I will entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second for approval of resolution 2315, the fiscal plan?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carried. So now that we've passed that resolution, we can do second read of ordinance 2338, the annexation of Fall Creek Drive by the town of Pendleton. Anything to add other than what I've already said about that property, Jeff?
No, just,
Okay.
I'll just reiterate that it was already introduced and it is for potential final reading tonight by simple majority vote.
Okay. Any questions, comments, concerns about that? Any questions from the audience? Nope. Okay. No questions. I will entertain a motion for approval of 2338, annexation of Fall Creek Drive by the town of Pendleton.
So moved.
I have a motion and a second for ordinance 2338.
Second.
Okay. All in favor signify by saying aye. Motion carried. Okay, moving on, we're gonna do basically the exact same mechanism on 2339, annexation of Larry Street by petitioner Joe Kilmer. I think it's important to note that this was a super voluntary owner initiated annexation. And we have a very similar resolution regarding that fiscal plan. Correct, Jeff?
That is correct. The statute for super voluntary annexation, 100% of the landowners is relatively simple. Mr. Kilmer, and I believe his wife is co-owner, filed a co-petition to bring these places into the town. If the town would like to bring them in, the only people that could protest are interested parties who could prove that there's not one sixth contiguity with the existing town boundaries. That contiguity exists here. And so there's no even remonstration of that. The statute, if someone wants to come in and they're touching the town borders, they can.
Excellent. Any questions for Jeff regarding the fiscal plan? Okay, if there aren't any questions, I will entertain a motion for approval.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second for resolution 2316, All in favor signify by saying aye. Motion carried. Moving on to ordinance 2339, the actual annexation ordinance. Any questions for this? This is located off of State Road 67, just to the west of Wooded Ridge addition. Anything to add? Anything that was abnormal about this, Jeff?
No, this is
Okay.
very run-of-the-mill, super voluntary annexation ordinance.
Great. Any questions for Jeff? Any comments from the audience? If no questions, comments, or concerns, I'll entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second for approval of ordinance 2339 on second read regarding the annexation of Larry Street by Joe Kilmer. All in favor signify by saying aye. Motion carried. Any new business? Not listed on the agenda? No. Any public comment? I don't think anybody's, Kelly's anybody online?
Yes, but
Nobody's commented? Okay, anything from anybody up here?
Marissa,
Yeah.
the minutes of the last meeting,
Mhm.
you want to get that approved?
We can, sure.
Got it here.
Yep, okay. Well, we haven't, I don't even think that we've looked at those yet. So actually, can we hold off to
Sure,
December so we all have time to look at
Okay.
those? Okay, anything else? Okay, with that, I'll make a motion to adjourn at 5:36.